Hey, how's everyone doing today? Today I'm here for a short time, not a long time. I hope you all have had a wonderful week, and it is Saturday. Y'all come in the kitchen with me real quick while I make some fried squash. The first thing I'm going to do is cut the tips off of this squash, and I've already washed it. But I will re-wash it again once I'm done cutting it up. So the first thing you want to do is cut the squash to the thickness that you like. I like mine, I guess I would say, I'll show you how thick. I like mine maybe about that thick. But you can cut yours as thick as you like them. So the first thing we're going to do is cut up the squash. And once I'm done cutting it up, you all have some flour to the side and some milk. And we will season it. And then we will go ahead and coat the squash. And then we will let the squash sit in the freezer for 15 to 30 minutes. Come back and fry it, and we'll be done. Okay, you all, and just like that, the first piece is cut up. I'm just going to slide this squash to the side because, like I said, I'm going to have to wash it again and cut up this last piece. Okay, you all, I'm going to go ahead and get ready and wash this squash out. I'll be back so we can season the flour and the milk, make our dredging station, and get it ready to fry. I'm back, you all, so we can season the flour and the milk. So here I'm just going to use milk, and I'm going to put a little vinegar in it. Since eggs are so expensive, I'm going to use this vinegar to help as a binder. I'm just going to pour a little bit. And you will not taste this on the squash. Okay, then we're going to add to this milk just a dash of this soul food seasoning. Just a dash. We're going to use a dash of salt, some pepper, and garlic powder. Okay, you all, we're going to mix this up. And I'm seasoning the milk so that the squash can maintain its flavor through and through. Okay, you all. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing to the flour. Now, let me rinse my fork out. And let me wipe this milk up off the counter that just spilled. Okay, you all. So, we're going to add the same thing to the flour that we added to the milk. We're going to add a dash of this soul food seasoning. We're going to add some garlic powder. We're going to add a dash of salt. And we're going to add some pepper. Okay, and we're going to mix this together until it's mixed well. Okay, you all, I'll be right back with the squash so that we can go ahead and get it coated and prepared for the freezer before we fry it. Alright, I'm back so that we can coat this squash. You all, I'm just going to do a couple of pieces so you can see what that looks like, and then I'll come back once I'm done with them all. The first thing we want to do is we want to take our squash, dip it in the milk, dip it in the flour batter, Dip it back in the milk. And one more time in the flour. And this is what the finished piece should look like. Okay. And I'm just going to sit them on this paper plate as I go. So I'll cut a couple of more. Milk, the flour, going back into the milk, now into the flour. I was watching YouTube today, watching some young man mukbang, and he had fried okra, and he had all these wet wings, lemon pepper, and Buffalo Wild Wings. And I know I'm getting old, because what stood out in that video to me the most was the fried okra, and that's what made me want to come in here and have some fried squash. You would think I would have gravitated to the wings. In my 20s, yeah. But at this age, that fried okra looked real good. And you all, if you've ever had fried squash, that's pretty good too. So that's why we're having fried squash today. Okay, you all, I'm going to show you this one. This is what they're looking like. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest. I'll be back to show you what they're looking like. I'm back to let you all know that it has been 25 minutes later. I have the oil on, and I have 2 potatoes in the pan this time to keep the oil brown as I'm frying this squash. I'll be back when it's time to drop this squash. Alright, you all, this is what the finished coated squash looks like. Now, I'm about to stick it in the freezer for 15 to 30 minutes. When I come back, it'll be time to fry it. Alright, as you can see, the oil is hot and the potatoes are sizzling. Let me show you what the squash is looking like now that I have taken it out of the freezer. Okay, we're going to go ahead and drop these one by one. Let me know in the comments, which do you prefer, squash or zucchini? They both pretty much taste the same to me. Y'all know what would be nice? If I could get all of this squash in one pan. I doubt it, but I'm going to get as many as I can. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. You all, I've had a cold this week, the flu, and I haven't had an appetite, so I have not been in this kitchen all week. And the one time I did decide that I wanted something to eat, I said I will go ahead and have me some fried squash after watching that young man with all of that fried okra. Alright, you all, I think I have put as many in this pan as I can. I'll be back, you all, when it's time to turn this squash over. Let's start to turn these over and see what they're looking like. And you all, the reason I put the squash in the freezer with the batter on it before I cooked it is so that the batter can stay on better when I'm frying it. Y'all saw how that little piece almost came off? Alright. Well, to me, it's looking good so far. All right, you all, I'm going to allow this squash to continue to cook on the other side. I'll be back when it's time to take them out. I wanted to bring you out in the frying pan real quick so you can see what the squash is looking like while it's frying. You all, it smells delicious. I just wanted to show you all I'm on the last few pieces of the squash. I'm back, and this is my finished fried squash. I'll be back, you all, after I plate it so that I can give you all the first bite. I'm back, and this is my finished plate. Fried squash. Okay, you all, hang on so I can give the first bite to you. All right, time for us to taste the squash. Okay, so let's let the first bite go to you. All right, now let's taste it. Yeah. That is real good. I'm not just saying that. That soul food seasoning and that pinch of salt mixed together so well. Oh, it's so good. You can taste the garlic powder. You can taste the pepper. I'm going to show what it looks like on the inside. Okay, you all. I hope you all have a most wonderful evening and a most wonderful meal. Thank you so much for coming with me to fry my squash. I hope you all. Thank you all so much for coming with me to fry this squash. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a most wonderful evening and a most wonderful meal. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.